once covered all of Piney Ridge, but no longer is the region a mystery. Modern highways have penetrated the darkness and brought in the light. Not so in Oxhead Woods, further south. Step into it off the abandoned road that hugs its length, and it's like passing through a wall and closing the door behind you. Obsolete trails wander vaguely, crisscross or break at right angles for no reason. Only one leads to the Morgan farm. Pete Morgan's farm has the allure of a walled castle that everybody knows about, but few have entered. Its only access to the outside world is a country road that passes by. Some miles north connects with a highway near the Renton farm. Joe Renton, like the other farmers hereabouts, is up and coming. Raises good apples. Fine soil everywhere in the valley. The young people for miles around come to the high school. The boys graduate a little older than those in the city. That's because they take time out for planting and helping with the harvest. They're a healthy lot. And girls don't come prettier any place.
Are we going swimming Sunday?
Sure, if I'm not needed at the store.
Where'll you change into your swimming trunks?
Maybe I'll wear them over.
No. Bring them. We'll change at the reservoir.
Who else is coming?
Just us.
Hi, Teller. How's that?
Bye, kids. Miss me. What are you doing so close to civilization?
You're growing up, Tibby. You're almost a woman.
Almost. I'm woman enough already.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, what do you know about anything? You never got past the 9th grade.
I'm good at plenty of things they don't teach in school.
I promised Pete Morgan I'd bring you by the farm this afternoon, and I don't know how to ask you.
Looks like you've asked me already. What does he want?
You better ask him.
Well, how long will it take?
Not so awfully long, Nate. We're here already.
Okay, Meg, let's go. Hey, Nate. What's Tibby gonna say about this? What do you think she'll do?
Yes, Meg.
I brought Nate Storm, the boy I told you about.
You know, I've thought about this thing, Meg. I'm not so sure it's a good thing. We've been content of the way things were. Maybe an outsider will spoil it.
But it would be so much easier for you if Nate would come and help out at the end of the day.
Anything between you and Nate?
No. He and Tibby Renton are going steady.
All right, I'll see the boy. Never could turn you down, could I? Nick says good things about you, Nate. Maybe you're not as stocky as you might be.
Stop growing too soon, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah. How's your mother's store getting along?
Oh, well, some days we don't even make $1. What do you want to see me about, Mr. Morgan?
You know about my leg? Wood. My sister and Meg have got a curious idea that it's hard to climb a ladder with a wooden leg. Well, it isn't.
Oh, sir.
Much more, they've got an idea that things are getting a little run down here. Can't do as much as I used to. And so they've talked me into hiring somebody. Help along with the evening chores. I'll pay 35 cents an hour.
Well, could you make it 4 bits? It's over an hour's walk home afterwards.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I'll pay 50 cents an hour.
Could he start today?
Sure it's all right with you, Nate?
Oh, yes. Thanks.
Come on, Nate.
I just hope that Pete hasn't become too used to doing things alone. I do hope it works out. You sure you don't want any more, Nate?
No, thanks, ma'am. Bet nobody will believe me when I tell them I had supper here.
Why not, Nate?
Well, didn't you know you and Miss Ellen are known as the mysterious Morgans?
Are we?
Well, they won't say it anymore. Not when I tell them what a swell layout you've got here, and that you spread the best table in the valley.
It's because we're so self-sufficient here. We seldom have any need to go to town.
What else do they say about us, Nate?
Oh, nothing. Except things like Meg not being your daughter, or even related.
Why don't they ask me?
Well, I guess they'd rather whisper gossip than find out the truth.
What gossip?
Well, they say Meg's mother and father ran away and left her when she was still a baby.
Well, that's not true, Nate. Meg's mother and father went down south to find a new farm. They left Meg in our care.
They died down there in a runaway. Pete and I adopted Meg legally. There's nothing to be whispered about, Nate.
She was only 2 years old then.
There's nothing wrong with being adopted. I'm grateful.
Sure. And the next time I hear anybody gossiping about it, I'll say, so what? Meg isn't the only adopted girl in the world. Well, I hate to eat and run, folks, but I think I better get started. It's kind of late, so I thought I'd take a shortcut through Oxhead Woods.
You know your way through those woods?
No, the wind's cleared the sky.
Well, I'd take the long way around if I were you. I've roamed the Oxhead Woods for years, and I'm as brave as the next man, but I wouldn't cross to those woods at night.
Woods haven't scared me since I was a kid, day or night.
Yes, but you said you didn't know Oxhead Woods.
A tree's a tree, and a trail's a trail.
The trails lead nowhere.
Let the boy go, Pete.
I don't want him to get lost.
Close the door, Pete.
I don't want him to get hurt. Wait, don't take the Oxhead Woods. The footbridge across the creek is out.
I'll jump across.
Well, there's fog on the other side.
Find my way around it. Look, Mr. Morgan,
Take the long way around.
Well, I'll save 2 miles by cutting through the wood.
But you won't save yourself from the screams in the night that'll lodge in your bones all your life.
Screams from where?
From the right house. fool. I warned him, but he wouldn't listen.
You warned him against what?
Courage isn't enough. He won't make it. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Yes, Mrs. Storm, they ain't sleeping here tonight, so don't you worry about it. Hard work and the big supper never hurt any boy. Oh, don't you mention it. We're glad to have him. Good night.
How did you know he was back?
Nate's all right. Going to be a great help on the farm.
Hello.
How did you happen to get in here?
I ran here. You scared the daylights out of me last night.
Seems like the truth shouldn't scare anybody, man or boy.
The truth? You and your screams in the night almost...
What are you talking about?
Now, don't tell me I imagined all that stuff. I went in those woods and I heard things.
What things?
I don't know. I don't know whether it was the screams you were talking about or just the wind.
You leave well enough alone, son. Go in and wash up. Join us for breakfast and you can catch the school bus with Meg.
What kind of a guy is Pete, anyway?
He's always been wonderful to me, kind and generous. For my last birthday, he sent to the city and bought me the most wonderful furniture he could buy for my room. He's always been that way.
But what about that red house?
I remember hearing him talk about it a long time ago, but I've never heard him mention it since.
You haven't?
No. He's just warned me to stay out of those woods since I was little.
Do you know anything about those screams?
I don't know, Nath, and I'd be afraid to find out.
Hey, look who moved in with the Morgan.
Okay, so I'm working there, so make something out of it.
You've got nerve, Nate Storm. Where were you last night when I phoned like I said I would?
Working?
Working. All night long?
Oh, Tibby, can't a guy even earn chore money at the Morgans without you throwing a fit?
Not if it takes all night.
Hi, Mom. See, you're not bowled over by the rush of business.
Oh, things have been like this all day again. I suppose folks get tired coming in asking for things they haven't got.
Look, Mom, why don't you close the store and marry Don Bryn? He's a nice guy.
Now, there's time enough for Don and me to get married after you're out of school and on your own.
Graduation's just around the corner. Why don't you two go ahead and get married while you're still young enough to enjoy it?
Shame on you talking to your mother that way.
Well, you've given enough of your life to me. You go down to town and tell Don you're ready any time he is.
He's being transferred north.
Well, that settles it. Here he's been courting you since I was in grammar school. If you don't marry him now, he'll meet some chick up north, and then you'll be a dead duck. Well, I've got to change. I'll be late at the Morgans.
How do you like it up there?
Oh, it's okay. They eat good. I mean, well. A couple of things got me wondering. How did Pete Morgan lose his leg?
He fell down a cliff in the Oxhead Woods. It was a long time ago. You were still a baby. It was Dr. Burns' first case in the valley. He amputated the leg on the Morgan kitchen table.
I wonder if it's the one I ate at.
That was the first time Dr. Byrne ever met Ellen Morgan. Everybody knew he fell in love with her, but nothing ever came of it.
I wonder why. Still a bachelor.
I don't know. They still act like they love each other the few times I've seen them meet. But she chose to devote her life to her brother Pete, I guess. Seems a shame.
Just like it would be a shame if you don't marry Don and go north with him.
If I do, how long will it be before you and Tibby get married?
Oh, search me. Sometimes the more I know about women, the less I know about women. Guy needs more than a high school education just to find out what they're going to do next.
Will you be staying at the Morgans again tonight?
No. I'm going to take a shortcut through Oxhead Woods by daylight, so I'll know my way back here tonight.
Well, if you should change your mind, would you care if I go down to town and talk things over with Don?
You do more than talk things over. You come back here a bride. We don't want any dead ducks in the family, do we? Bye.
How are the hens doing?
We always have more eggs than we can use.
Meg. I guess Nate asked a lot of questions on the way to school this morning.
Yes, but only questions I've wondered about myself. Things you've never explained. Can't you tell me, Pete?
Well, I didn't know that anything troubled you. Why are you suddenly questioning things? Because of him?
Maybe.
Well, maybe he won't come back.
I think he will. I hope he does.
Meg. All of a sudden, you seem so grown up. I guess I don't like to see it happen. I wish you were a child again. I wish you needed me just as you did then. I don't want you ever to grow away from us. You mean everything to Ellen and me. I want you to be happy.
I love you both very much.
You're late today.
I had to go home first. I came here through Oxhead Woods.
Yes, that would be the quickest. Daytimes.
Or any other time.
Don't put so high a price on courage, son. It's overrated. The lowest animal's got more courage than man has. You touch a snapping turtle with a stick and he grabs at it with his teeth. Cut his head off, and he still won't let go. Well, we humans weren't made that way. We were born helpless.
But we don't have to stay that way. Nobody's gonna call me yellow.
Who has?
Nobody, yet. And nobody's going to. Has he been outside tonight?
No.
Give me your word.
Of course. Why, you're so through, Nate. Get a blanket from the chest, Meg. You can stay in the helper's cabin.
I warned you, but you wouldn't listen.
It wasn't a piece of that red house that knocked me into the stream, Mr. Morgan. And it wasn't a scream in the night that bowled me over. It was a human strong enough to nearly kill me. I figured it was you.
Sometimes we figure too much, son. The wrong things. Things that can't ever be figured. Mine is bad. Bad for everyone. It's quicksand. I need your help here, Nate. Why would I want to hurt you?
What do you think happened, Pete?
There's a curse on those woods. We know that.
Are you going to stay with us, Nate?
Why shouldn't I?
Well, after what's happened, I thought... And Tibby doesn't want you to, does she?
After what's happened, you couldn't get me out of here with a triple-barrel shotgun. Last night I was a coward. There's some connection between Pete's red house and whoever hit me. I'm going to find out what goes on out there if it takes exploring every Sunday between now and doomsday.
I'll help you.
I thought Pete told you not to go in those woods.
I can't help it. I want to.
Okay. Sunday we'll go prowling.
Well, what about your date with Tibby? I want her to be sure that I don't want you to stay here just because... I don't want her to think I'm trying to steal you away from her.
We did have a date to go swimming Sunday anyway. Well, maybe asking her to come along will keep her from throwing another fit.
Good night, Nate. And thanks.
Good night, Meg.
Help me down, honey. Don't drop me.
Drop you? Who's got hold of who?